we want to look at how to make this 8-sided star. It is seen in a lot of places. I see it in Ukrainian pisanki art where they decorate eggs. In Ukrainian, it's called the Ruzha, which is the rosette or the rose, and it represents sun or life or eternity. But you also see the pattern in Native American quilts. Tribes like the Lakota, it represents the morning star, guidance, or honor. And so I'm going to take a look at how to freehand it, and then we could show you how to do it with a compass. So to freehand it, you could still use a compass to make things even. So you want even amounts. So, right, if we're going to freehand it, we typically won't draw a circle, but we're going to draw like a plus sign. And the idea is going to be that this, and this are all the same length, more or less. Then we're going to make the diagonals. So now we have freehanded 8 sides. And you see this wheel in cultures as well, as I've seen it in Ukrainian springtime celebrations. They make a wheel like this. Now we're going to go up. And we kind of want the same amount. And when we go up and down like that, it kind of looks like a spider to me. Now we're going to make a right angle and go to the left and to the right here. And so if you do want to make it more precise, like we said, you want to measure it. So what we're going to now do is we're going to connect it to the ones touching the circle. So here to here, here to here. And so you see the 8 rhombuses, the 8 rhombi. And I recently learned that a rhombus was Greek for a top, because if you take it and spin it, it makes a top. It could spin around like a top. So the properties of a rhombus are that all the sides are equal. So these, and these are equal, which is why, you could use a piece of string or something to measure, even though you're doing it freehand. So let's see how well we could do it freehand just by eyeballing it. So we do a plus sign and then draw the diagonals. We're going to go up. I think those are a little bit too long. And then we're going to go to the right and left. And when we do that, it looks to me sometimes like a little snowflake. And now we're going to close it off here. And what we can add to it is another layer. We can make little pointy tips along the outside. Make it a little bit 3D. So it's something you can color and you could do for fun or doodle in your notebook. So now let's show how to draw this with a compass. We go ahead and draw a circle, like the title of my channel, The Circle Makes Everything, which is how we would do things using geometry. And now we're going to draw the diameter. So we're going to put our pencil in the center. Makes it more accurate when you do that. And we're going to go across here and here. Now we could draw the whole line. But you only want the 2 markings. So now we're going to cut that in half. We're going to perpendicular bisect it. So we're going to take our compass, open it a little bit more so it goes past the middle. Draw curve, another curve. We're going to connect from here to here with our ruler in order to find the perpendicular bisector. And the perpendicular bisector is going to cut it in half. So now we have 4 even sides. So in order to find the other 4, we're going to bisect or cut that in half. So we can go, a little bit towards the middle here, make a curve, go to this side, do the same thing. We missed it, so I'm going to make my compass a little bit larger so that the 2 curves meet each other. And they meet each other right there. So from here to the center, will cut us in half, and we can use that amount, adjust our compass there in order to find that amount, and then come over here and do the same thing. Should be pretty close. No, it's a little bit off, so let's open our compass a little bit more. And the point where they meet, right there. Now, if we're really doing this for artwork or for a project, you want to be more careful. A lot of times in making videos, we're doing things for speed. Now, depending on what you want to do next, if you want your entire shape to stay here within this area, we're going to make another circle that's halfway from here to here. We're going to cut this line in half. But if you wanted to make it, go outwards twice as big, we could measure this amount from here to here, the original circle, and we can come up here and put a marking and make another really big circle. So what you'll see in a second with the smaller version is that you have a circle with 8 sides, then you're going to have a circle half the size with 8 sides. So you can go up, make it bigger, or we're going to go inward and make it smaller. So the entire shape will fit within the original circle here. Now, to bisect, we can choose a line. So maybe I'll choose this one. We're going to bisect the line or cut it in half. Go a little bit past the middle. Curves. And we line up our ruler to find the center. There. So we're going to draw a circle at that spot. So the edge of the circle touches where we just found the perpendicular bisector. So now, in order to do the next step, we're going to use a ruler. So what we have here in the center is what we have in the center here. This was done more freehand. And then now we need to make the pointy tips. So the pointy tips are going to go in between each of the spaces on the outer circle. So we're simply going to find the middle. So again, we'll find the bisector. Make a mark up here. Go to the other side, make a mark. And again, we could line it up from that spot to the center. And we can find the middle. So if we found the middle once, we could use our compass here, measure that spot, and each of them should be about the same. Now again, if I'm really being accurate, I'll do both sides. Really be sure we find the middle. But if I'm just going for speed, I could just estimate it. I'll go ahead and do all of them just since I started it. Now, we have the spots where we're going to connect. So we're going to take this spot here and here and connect it to here. And we're going to take from here to here and connect it. Let me show you what that looks like. And you make a rhombus. So we're going to do that all the way across. I'll just turn paper. And so there we have it. So there's a much neater way to do this, or cooler way. We can take our circle, we cut it in half, we bisected it in half again, and we found the center, did the diagonals. Now we can adjust the compass back to where we had started. And we can actually draw the 8 circles around it. So we're going to go to each of the spots here around the circle and draw 8 more circles. Now what that's going to do for us is give us this cool design. But within this design, we're going to have the spots that we need to connect up here. So if we connect each of these spaces, each of these intersections, we'll be able to make that same star design. Now, why is this going to make that rhombus? Because the distance from here to here is the same distance from here to here. So we have the same equal distances. The way we had gotten it before was we cut these in half. So we had the equal distances. What makes a rhombus is the insides are perpendicular. So if that line, these are equal, and these here and here are equal, and that's what we're going to have. So we have this big flower petal here. Here to here is one radius, here is another, so these are equal. And then from here to here is the same as here to here. So it's going to be perpendicular lines on the center. So now I can start to connect. And again, if I were doing this as a real art project, I would probably slow down, take my time a bit. Like math, geometry is not meant to be rushed. It's meant to be done properly. We have it. We can darken the lines inside. Oops. I don't know what's... The pencil just jumped on me. It's actually a charcoal pencil. For some reason it doesn't want to color right there. That's our design. Those are a couple ways to do it.